Hi, so in this video I'm going to log into RWDC01, and the purpose is to show you how to compact the NTDS.dit database. So NTDS.dit is the database that stores all the Active Directory entries. So as you create objects and user accounts, this database continues to grow, and as they're deleted it doesn't shrink. So it just grows and it never compacts in size. In order to compact it, you have to take the Active Directory service offline, stop the service, and then compact the database, which creates a copy of it, and then copy over the original. To do this, we use the NTDS util. Okay, so that's a utility for performing maintenance. You can use it for the authoritative restore, semantic analysis, so different tools. Alright, so this is RWDC here. Open the command prompt as the admin, NTDS util. I spell it right. Alright, question mark, and I can see the different options. So for instance, authoritative restore is here. I can deal with files. This is the one we want. And it says active directory or active instance not set. Choose an active instance. So if we want to take a look at the possible active instances, so there's this activate instance up here. And we can list instances here below. So say list instances. Instance name is NTDS. So I'll activate that instance. Okay. Now I can go into Files. And it says the service NTDS is running. Stop the service before binding to the Active Directory database. Let's open the command prompt again. Let's stop NTDS. So I'll stop this NTDS service, and it'll stop other services as well. If you want to list the currently running services, you can just type net start. Right. So this net start will list all the Active Directory services that are running on this machine. You can see the Active Directory domain services is currently running. Others like DNS client, DNS server services are running, for instance. If I type net stop NTDS, it asks me if I'm sure I want to do this. It'll also stop the Kerberos Key Distribution Center, Intersite Messaging, DNS Server, and DFS Replication. I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's stopping everything. Okay, so that's done. Come back to NTDS util. And here I can try files now. Enter. So now I'm at the file maintenance prompt. Let's make this smaller again. Oops. Okay, so file maintenance, I can type question mark to see what my options are. And you can see there's one here called compact2, and there's a %s. So you specify a directory, and the directory doesn't need to exist ahead of time. I take a look on my C drive. You can see there's a list of default directories. I have IS installed, but there's no NTDS directory here. But I'll say compact to NTDS. I enter, and it's going to defragment the NTDS.dit database. So it says the source database is Windows NTDS, and the target is NTDS, and then the file NTDS.dit. So it's completed. If I look now, there's an NTDS directory, and inside it's the NTDS.dit database. So this is all of my Active Directory objects and everything in this one database. It's a copy of the original, and it's defragmented. So it says recommended that you immediately perform a full backup of the database. Restore database made before the defragmentation. The database will be rolled back to the state it was in at the time of that backup, which makes sense, right? Because it's going to restore to the backup. It says compaction is successful. Now you need to copy the database to overwrite the current database and then delete the log files. So I can't do that at the file maintenance screen. Just bring this open. As the administrator, I can type copy NTDS NTDS.dit, and then the directory I want to copy over file is in Windows NTDS NTDS.dit. Overwrite, say yes. One file is copied. Now I'll delete all the log files. That's done. So I've overwritten the original database. I'll just start Active Directory backup. Okay, so it started successfully. If I type netstart, take a look, you can see the other services that were stopped. For instance, the DNS server service is now running again, but it had been stopped. Right. So it starts that service and it starts the other services that were required to stop as well. All the dependencies. And that's it. That's how you compact the database. You can now delete this old file and you're done.